Now, the last thing we did we do, I have to ask this because the other 120 and the other 103 is going all directions. Did we do the empirical rule and did we do the 5-number summary?
We didn't do the 5-number summary.
Okay, how many numbers did we use in the last example? What was N? Duh. I heard duh. That's all I heard. 7? Okay. So we did an odd. Now let's do an even. So I'm going to pull up my handy dandy Excel spreadsheet. The only reason I'm using the Excel spreadsheet is I can do everything on the board. And I don't write all over the board. You do not have to do the Excel spreadsheet. You can use your laptop with the Excel spreadsheet. You can use your laptop and use StatCrunch. You can use your calculator, or you can do it by hand in your notes. I would prefer that you do it in your notes by hand while I'm doing it. The reason, how many have we done so far? 1 or 2? This is your second one. You'll have an even and an odd in your, and we're going to probably do one more Monday, okay? Because I like to spend a good amount of time on this because this is pretty much your whole test except for z-scores. So I'm going to make my a little bit bigger. You said we did 7 last time. So we're going to do n is equal to 12. We're going to do 12. And I'm going to do ages. Let's see, 18, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 21, 21, 21, 23, 24, 25. How many is that? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, now I'm going to go way over here. I'm going to give us a lot of room. And I'm going to do mean. Y'all go ahead and start. Median. Mode. Range. Mid-range. Variance. And standard deviation. We're also going to do empirical rule and the 5-number summary box plot. But I want you to take the next 8 minutes. I want you to take 8 minutes. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to pause the recording. Sorry. We better go ahead and do it. We better go ahead and at least do this problem. Then we can talk about people. All right. So the mean is equal to the sum of all these numbers divided by what? 12? Now notice I carry mine to 4 digits. Always carry your calculations to 4 or 5 digits. When do you round in math and science? When you're fixing to type in the answer or you're fixing to write down the answer, you look at the directions and you see what to round to. You don't even worry about rounding until you fixing to type in the answer or write down the answer. Median, oh gosh, we got 12. So that means we got to do what? We've got to average the 2 middle terms. Now I've got a degree in everything. I know that 20 and 21 is 20.5, okay? But I'm going to calculate it anyway because I need to get used to calculating them because they may not be close together. And they may be decimals. And I can't type. There we go. Mode. I'm going to put that in red. Which one's the mode? Looks like 18 and 21. Y'all check me. Make sure. Okay. Range is equal to what? Oh, you're the one that listened. Thank you. Mid-range. So take the median and the mid-range. They're the same thing, same formula. Except with the mid-range, you got to use the highest and the lowest. Parentheses, the highest plus the lowest, or the lowest plus the highest, because 2 plus 3 is the same as 3 plus 2. And I'm going all over the place. And now we got to do the variance. Well, this is x. The formula for the variance says x minus what? X bar. X Abram. X bar. I suck when it comes to typing. And here we go. Equals 18 minus that number. And I'm going to hit F4 as in Foxtrot 4. For those of you that use the spreadsheet, the F4 key locks that number. So when you copy it down, it doesn't copy these numbers down. Capiche? Yeah, we understand, Hubert. Thank you, class. Now, what do we do with x minus x bar? Look at the formula. We square it. So you actually read the formula. Wow. I don't do that for my students. I expect them to ask me 15 times. Raise it to the second power, and you feel good about yourself. Now, what do we do? What's that big funky E mean? Add them up. So hit that. And now you have the numerator of your variance. So now you take the numerator right there, and we put it in the numerator position. Divide by, I'm gonna do the denominator for y'all. 11. I did it for y'all. I did that calculation. Where did I get 11 from? 12 minus 1, n minus 1. Read the formula. And there's your variance, which is useless. But why do we have the variance? So we can take the what? Square root of it. So equals this number raised to the 0.5 or the 1/2 power. There is your variance. I mean your standard deviation. Now I want you to fill out your normal curve from the one we did the other day. Go ahead and fill it out. Fill out your normal curve with the empirical rule. That's your percentages. And then find out what two numbers is normal, and then what's unusual, and then what's outlier. Go ahead and do that. So if you don't know your empirical rule, you need to make a note. I don't know it. Because right now some of y'all are going, okay, what's the empirical rule? What do I need to do? You don't know it. You should already. That's where you draw the normal curve, 3 standard deviations to the right, 3 standard deviations to the left. That's 3 lines. 3 vertical lines on the right, 3 vertical lines on the left. Then you put your percentages in. 34, 34, 13.5, 13.5, 2.35, 2.35, and then 0.15 on the end. What do you do on the right side of the mean? The mean is in the middle. What do you do to the right side? Add or subtract? Add your standard deviation. What do you do on the left side of the mean? Subtract. I'm going to do that up here while y'all are. So equals the mean. And I'm going to color these two green. And this one green. And I'm going to color that green. I can't stand for stuff to be on one side. I'm an OCD. There we go. All right. Equals this number plus the standard deviation, F4, and enter. Now I'm going to copy that 2 places to the right. And over here equals this number minus the standard deviation, F4, and copy that 2 places to the left. And you should have the same thing, and you should feel good about yourself. Now you just draw the curve. And I haven't turned on my whiteboard. And I bet it's not even where I can pull it up. Nope. DA. There. Like I said, all teaching stations should pull all this stuff up, but maybe 2050, maybe. Well, my eyes off center a little bit. Y'all are impressed, aren't you? I taught myself how to do that because we've had these things for about 4 years now. We haven't had training on them yet. So, 34, 13.5, 2.35, 2.5, 13.5, 2.35, and 0.15. So, take your handy dandy highlighter out, and somebody tell me what's normal.
34 and 13.5.
Well, 15.8 to what? 25 point blah, blah, blah. Y'all were right when you said 34 and 34 and 13.5. That's normal.
Not unusual.
Say again?
Not unusual.
Not unusual, exactly. That's what some books call it. Because normal is too simple. And take my handy dandy aqua, and there is unusual. So if you're 26 years old, you're unusual. If you're 14 years old, you're unusual. Think about that. If you're talking about a classroom at Tri-County Tech, is 14 unusual? Yes. Last semester, I had a 15-year-old in my calculus class.
What? How?
Where did he go to school?
Dual enrollment for homeschool.
Yeah, the people are here.
You know why? Because they teach and they don't do some of the crap that our public schools do. My son, I'm a product of public schools. My son and daughter are a product of public schools. But if it hadn't been for me in a lot of situations, you know what I'm saying? You have to have, the parents have to be there, or the grandparents, or whatever the case may be.
I wonder what his parents did.
Huh?
I wonder what his parents did. Probably geniuses.
I didn't ask, but his brother was in there too, and his brother was 17. So, evidently he was the black sheep. Oop, I said black, I'm sorry. I said I was the black sheep of my family one time, and a woman came up to me after class and said, I don't like the way you use black in a negative connotation. I'm like, well, until you can come up with a not white sheep color, I don't know what to call what do you call a sheep that's not white? I'm the not white sheep of the family. Where do these people come up with this stuff? And what is the outside? That's your Michael Jordans. That's the outliers. I use Michael Jordan because he started basketball when he was what? The 7th or 8th grade? I mean, there you go. That's the outliers. Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Wood, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, name some others. Muhammad Ali. I can't hear you.
Nadal, his tennis player.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Rafael Nadal.
Yeah. Rafa Nadal. Tennis player.
Oh, I'm not much of a tennis. I'm sorry. I guess, yeah. Well, the twins, the sisters.
Serena.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I got those girls going to be 107 and still playing on the court and still be able to whoop your ass. I mean, those girls are tough. I don't know. I don't know what they're eating, but whatever they're eating, they better stay on it. Name another outlier. How about somebody that makes 1,800 on SAT?
Yeah.
That's an outlier. You know, I can't think of anything else right now, but, huh? Michael Phelps, yes. Daggum 18 gold, what do you call them things? Medals, 18 gold medals. Couldn't think. There are certain things that are, and then you got us. And what are we? Normal. Normal. Although I did win a medal last year, I'm happy about it. So I'm not part of you people. I'm up here. All right, let's do a 5-number summary. It's real difficult. Probably none of y'all will be able to do it. So, because y'all haven't won a medal. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to put 5-number summary. And max, first, that's the first quartile. So in your notes, you need to put first 1/4 tile, first quartile. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. First quartile, second quartile, and third quartile. That makes up your interquartile range. Put that in your notes. I, Q, R. Inner quartile range. Now I'm going to extend this just a little bit. We've still got everything. Nope. Let me take out these two. There we go.
Did you start back the recording?
Yes, I did. I reminded myself because y'all didn't remind me, so I had to remind myself. But thank you. Whoever said that, I think you said that. Thank you. All right. Now I'm going to do 3 of these for you. I'm going to calculate 3 of these. The min, the max, I'm going to calculate. Hold on, I'm calculating. And the second, I'm going to do the second quartile for you. Aren't y'all impressed? Did I have to do any calculating? No. What is my second quartile? My second quartile is also called the 50th what? Percentile, and it's also called the median. Hold on a second. I want to impress y'all again. Oops. I've had training. I've trained myself. Watch this. Took me 2 semesters to figure this out. Well, it didn't do it. Hold on. Oh, I'll try it again. There we go. One more time. I did train myself. Group. There we go. Y'all are impressed, aren't you? There we go. All right. Now, I'm going to call this the max. And I'm going to color it gray. ¿Cómo se dice gray español?
Grease.
Gris.
Gris.
Grease.
Like grease?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know that. Dang old, how you say it in Ukrainian? Gray. No correlation whatsoever. I tell you what. I'm going to color that grease. All right, and we'll color this one. Dang old blue. And so now we got to find these two. Well, I'm going to let y'all find those. All right, how do you find them? Well, I'm going to take a dot, a green dot. Since the median is green, I'm going to take a green dot. Where is the median? It's right here, isn't it? How many numbers are above that green dot? There's 6 numbers. I'm going to take the word for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Odd or even? So you're going to average those 2 numbers up. You're going to find the median of the median. So how many numbers are below that green dot?
6.
So you're going to find the median of the median there. And that's going to be your first quartile and your third quartile. So let's do that. I'm going to highlight them different colors now, so I don't know why I did that, but that's red. So we're going to color this. I don't like to use red, but I'm going to use it anyway. I have to hit in the future, do not show this, because this computer's not set up. I'm not even supposed to be doing this, okay? I don't understand why, but this computer's not set up to do any of this. That's going to be dang old rojo. Did I say it right?
Mm-hmm.
Dang old rojo. How you say red in Ukrainian?
Krasny. That's Russian.
Is it, huh?
Should have won.
Is Russian and Ukrainian kind of like Spanish and,
Italian.
yeah, I thought so.
That's what. That's what
Kind of one is derived from the other.
Mhm.
But which came first?
Polish and then they.
Polish came first. Wow, I didn't know that. I bet y'all didn't know that either. They ain't gonna say nothing, they're just gonna sit there. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna equal this number plus this number divided by 2. Whatever. Damn Polish. We'll blame them for a while. There we go. 18.5. And if you can't see that, dang old change it, dang old white. Dang old, there you go. Y'all are impressed, aren't you? I changed that to white. Ha, ha, ha. All right, next. Y'all gonna be really impressed when I go get a marker and start writing on the whiteboard with the projector on, aren't you? Oh, shut up, Hubert. Don't make fun of people. Next. Who was that speech teacher that did that? Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, speech teacher did that. All right, equals parentheses, this guy plus this guy divided by 2. And there's your 5-number summary. Now, what the hell are you supposed to do with it? Well, number 1, to draw a box plot, number 1, establish your number line. Establish number line. Using the min, the mid-range, and the max. So I want everybody to draw a number line at least 2 or 3 inches on your notes, and don't put arrows because it stops at the min and the max. So I'm gonna go down here, and the min goes here, and the max goes here. I got 3 degrees. I figured that out myself. And here is mid-range. Mid-range, I'm going to use the whole numbers. And normally, I use whole numbers on the number line. It's called the KISS method. What's the KISS method? Keep it simple. All right? I don't like to use words stupid, but keep it simple. There's 2 words I don't like. Y'all don't like moist, okay? I don't like stupid, and I don't like idiot. I don't like those 2 words. Although sometimes people wear a sign around their neck, please call me an idiot, you know. And when people wear a sign around their neck that says that, meaning they do stupid stuff, I'm going to use those 2 words. I'm sorry. That's why I use it on live PD when I'm watching it with my son. Stupid ass. All right, 22. Now we're going to graduate the number line. No yawning in class. I saw that. We're going to graduate the number line. No, we're not going to put a cap on it and do the graduation song. What does graduate the number line mean?
Finish it?
Finish it meaning fill it what? Fill it out. How do you do that? You use interpolation. You find the median of the median of the median of the median. You find the middle of the middle of the middle of the middle. What the heck are you talking about? Well, what two numbers can you find the middle of? 18 and 22. Then find the middle of 22 and 25. Then find those middle. You keep finding the middle of the middle. It's called interpolation. Use that word any bar. Okay? 18, 22 is what? 4. Half of 4 is what? 2. So 20 goes in the middle. 22 plus 25 is, I have no idea. What is it? 47? Half of 48 is 24. So 23. Somewhere in there. Now do half and half and half. Keep doing that. Do it one more time.
It's currently 10:50.
Let's listen. We might be snowed in.
Temperature of 36 degrees Fahrenheit.
36.
High as 40
Snow melts at 32.
5 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be a rainy day. And now, here are today's top headlines provided by Google. How Mitch McConnell pulled off a near
It's snowing in South Carolina and people are running in the ditch and buying bread and milk. 18 to 20. Half of 2 is what? Now, a lot of people say, well, Hubert, I know that. Yeah, but you're not going to know. There'll be different numbers. And this is how you find the middle of the middle of the middle of the middle. You keep finding the middle of the middle of the middle of the middle, you'll eventually find the number that you want. In this case, you find the numbers that you need to fill in the middle. So this will be what? I'm going to do this one for you. 21. And this will be 20. Well, I'm going to make that 24. Okay. We'll just leave that as it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and we've done this. We've done that. What does that leave? 3 numbers. So you take your red marker and you do 18.5, which is 19. And then you take your orange marker and you draw 22. And then you take your red marker, your green marker, and do 21. And that is your box plot. Now you take your blue marker and you draw a bell curve with 22 being the what? Center. So what does your data tell you? Skewed right, slightly skewed right. Because it's to the right, left. All your data is to the left of center. That's how you draw a box plot, real simple. Now, of course, Monday, we'll do all of it on computer, calculator, whatever. We're going to do all of it on the computer. So Monday, we're going to wrap up and do. Now, you've got about 80% of your, y'all go ahead and convulse. Go ahead and do your convulsions. Right now, you're about 80% done with your test. If you can do this, what we just did today, you're good to go for the test. The only thing left is what? Z-scores. And we will go over that either Monday or Wednesday.